Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Rise and Shine College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins, and if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. Welcome back to the show, my Monday co-host, Big Dog Boganowski. What's up, my guy? How you feeling today?
Well, man, I'm good. I can't complain, man. Can't complain.
Wouldn't do any good if we did, would it?
Listen, man, every time I feel like I get on here and I bitch about the snow and what's going on up here in Camp, bro, the last 3 days have been like 60, 65, man. It's just been amazing.
Isn't that wild, dude? Isn't that
Oh,
wild?
dude, crazy.
Good stuff. It's always good times whenever the weather's a little better. Welcome into the show, KJ Goaded, Ben G, Brandon Snake, Scott Walker, Jake S. Who else we got? T Boomer. What's up, my guy? Coach Smook. What's up, Coach Smook? Let's see who else we got. Looks like that's about everybody. Yes, sir. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up, Chicken? Good to
Oh,
see
shit.
Chicken back in the screen, man. He's been under the weather a little bit. Well, not under the weather so much as banged up a little bit. So glad to see you back around. Neilio, what's up, my guy? Good to see everybody in here. Hey, man, excited for I know everybody's been dooming and glooming and all that stuff since the season, and I guess there's a reason behind it. Uh, hey, man, appreciate you coming in there, Smook. There's there's a reason behind it with the way that the season kind of played out, but I don't think that you probably could have ended up with a better situation for these linebacker coaches. And I got to say, I was a big fan of the way Coach Venables said it with his chest. Said it with his chest whenever that he's going to be calling the plays. We've built this damn defense, and I'm going to run the shit. Basically, is what he got.
Hey, man, I've been seeing this acronym that's been going around. FAFO. You know what I mean? They're about to fuck around and find out, man. I mean, hey, listen, man, I'm about to be on my DJ Khaled shit. They didn't want Venables to win, right? I don't know if you ever listened to DJ Khaled, but he's going to go get more wins, right? They didn't want Venables to be the defensive coordinator. Now he's going to be the D coordinator. You know what I mean? Like it's going to, listen, man, y'all about to find out. Y'all about to find out why BV is him, why he is probably the greatest defensive mind ever in college football. And y'all getting what y'all want, man. Y'all getting what y'all want.
Yeah, like I said, he said it with his chest. He's taken a lot of hell from a lot of places. And, it was funny, even Teddy and Gabe were kind of talking about how negative it really feels and that they haven't seen it like that probably ever. I would just tell you that I love it. I'm a fan of it. I like to see an angry coaching staff. And, I've been hearing, and I don't know what you've heard from Mike, but, Dent keeps talking about how Isaiah and those guys are like, man, we don't want to be the reason that he gets fired.
Nah, they no.
You
No,
know,
they ain't about that, man. They're out here, man, grinding. They're getting up every morning early, getting their business in. You know what I mean? Handling their work, getting those early morning dubs, running and lifting, and then, going to school and getting those dubs. So it's all about dubs, man. Like these kids know what's at stake. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like there's a little bit of a rejuvenation in some of these players. Like when they know that, I mean, they look at Mike Hawk, right? They look at Mike Hawk and be like, yo, we got a dude right here, you know what I mean, that balled out in the bowl game. And then we bring in another dude, with his offensive coordinator and with his quarterback coach, analyst. And, I just feel like I always hear people talk about, like, especially in the league, like, when you know you got a guy at quarterback and you know you can go further or make the playoffs, like everybody plays difference, right? If you come out there, you got Tom Brady, you know what I mean? You're gonna play,
Yeah.
right? You come out there and you got Mitch Trubisky, bro, you ain't playing that hard. Yeah, but it's real
Are
though.
you calling
Like
a
that
certain
shit.
guy Mitch Trubisky right now?
I'm just that's the first name that popped into my head, bro. Like I don't know why. Um, I would have said Sam Darnold, but some bitch had a great year this year until the last couple games. But I couldn't
Yeah,
use
fair
him. That
enough.
was the first thing that popped in my head was Darnold. But I couldn't do that. But you know what I mean? Like it's the kids. The kids know what's up, man. The kids know what's up. The kids are grinding. There's a big difference, I think, just from when I was down there a little bit helping them move in and their thought and how this year's gonna go, you know. And they look at it like, dude, our offense was terrible and we
Yeah.
still won 6 games. You just
Yep.
imagine
And should have won 3 more. I mean, you would have the
yeah,
lead at the half of Ole Miss. You could have beaten Mizzou pretty easily. You could have probably beaten Tennessee, and you damn sure should have beaten Navy. All that
yeah.
being said, I mean, and that's without an offense. So to come in here we go with the angry because we're signing Kennesaw State players. Okay. You know what, dude? This is the new normal. Some kids don't get looked at right away, and then they do their thing at the lower level, and that's the way college football is now. So, I
Hey,
mean, I get it
so
that nobody likes it, but
listen,
it is what it is. Let me read this super chat real quick, bro.
yeah, read
True
that.
Boomer. Oh, sorry about that. BB said, I'm going out. If I'm going out, I'm going to be the one running my defense. Boomer. Sooner. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
going to tell you this. I don't think he's going out. First and foremost, I think you would have to have a worse season next year, this season coming up, than you just have the previous. Because everybody that talks about how that comment that we just heard, that I just read about signing Kennesaw State players, it's shit like that. That if you guys are thinking it's because, okay, well, you got the money to do this and do that, you think they've got the money to pay him $35 million to not coach next year? I don't. So it's probably better to just get on board and start realizing that it ain't as bad as it seems,
Yeah, yeah. So I need who's that dude that was just talking about where do I want to go? You brought it up real quick. Yeah, Christopher Shannon. So I hear this all the time, right?
Yeah.
I hear this bad game management. You know what I mean? And I need people, I need people to give me hard facts here. I need people to like, I want you in a game. I want you like, hey, at the 2 minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this game, BV made a bad mistake, in his game management. You know what I mean? I need those examples because there's more than one way to
Oh,
manage a
you
game.
want context.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I need people to tell me and show me because I watch every game and I don't have anything that sticks out in my mind right now that like, damn, he jacked that all up or
I
this
got one
this
that
was
I
not
don't like, and we talked about before. I think the Ole Miss game, whenever you take a timeout, in the end of the third quarter, you're taking a timeout to presumably go for it on 4th and 4, and you
and then
send
you
a
punt it.
14 out. I
Yeah.
hated that. I talked about why I hated that before. I've talked about it in a column. I think
Yeah.
we saw it the year before. You didn't
Mm.
see a ton of it. It just seems like sometimes it was a little timid, right? Now, can you understand why he might be a little timid about the offense being as trash as it was? Yes.
Well, here's the thing too, is like, when you call timeouts, you're getting feedback from everybody, right? It's like, hey, should we go for this? Why? Why shouldn't we go for this? You know what I mean? Should we run a fake? And it's probably a consensus. And I don't know if BV, like, if he makes his decisions on his own, or if he gets the consensus of his group, of his coordinators. He's got his analytic coach right there. Maybe he consulted that guy, and the analytics say don't do it. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of analytics. I think I've made that abundantly clear. But you know, there's more than one way to run a game, and I think that is an easy cop out and an easy excuse for you to not want BV as the head coach. And if that's your excuse,
Yeah.
I need receipts, bro. I
These
need
2
people to
6s
tell me.
the one that pisses me off is this constant talking about 2, 6, and 7 seasons when the team that he took over is nothing similar to the one that was playing in Norman the year before that.
Yeah.
45 players changed. 45. I don't care if you guys don't want to remember it. I'm going to keep on reminding you that 45 guys, including 2 5-star quarterbacks that are both in the NFL right now, both of them. One of them won the Heisman and went number 1. The next year, he won the Heisman. So, yeah, we got Dylan Gabriel. That's all you had. Once he got hurt, there's 2 games down. And on top of that, they were in so many of those games. It was nothing like the team that Lincoln took from Bob Stoops. He turned it into a shit show and tried to burn it down on the way out. And we're blaming Brent Venables for it. Why, people? Why? Explain that to me why. He turns it around the next year, goes 10-3. Yes, you don't want to lose games to Kansas, and you don't want to lose games to Oklahoma State. I think that you know that the Oklahoma State game, pretty extenuating circumstances there. Should they have been better in the game and not there was some bad play calling there, and even you could say that he wasn't great in his game management. But I'll tell you this, I put that one more on Levy than anything else because they didn't have to do it the way they did early. They would have blown them out. Then the freaking interference that never got called wouldn't have been an issue because they'd already won the game. Bottom line is things happen. They still turn around and beat Texas that year. They went 10-3. So what? They lost the damn bowl game. So what? And then we want to talk about this past season. Look, the fact that the offense was that bad, part of it had to do with you had 6 receivers that were out by the end of the year, and 5 of them didn't make it through the first game. 4 of them didn't make it to the first game. Your top 6, though, were out by the time the end of the year was over with. Then you lost 3 offensive linemen for the season at some point throughout the season as well. Explain to me how with a bad scheme and obviously bad coordinators, plus all those injuries, you're supposed to go out and win 10 games when they really could have. They could have won 9 anyway. It certainly could have been better. There's no 2 ways around it. And there was things that I think it's fair to criticize some of the decisions that were made.
No, you criticize all you want. Like, trust me, that's part of the game. I'm not mad at that. Like the criticism, like I get it, but like this hindsight shit, like you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a bad game manager. He needs to be like, listen, man. I've watched every game, right? I watch it in person, and I come home and watch it on DVR. You know what I'm saying? So like, so here's what pisses me off, right? Is like one calling timeouts like after like a commercial timeout or a turnover or you know just wasting early timeouts. Like that's happened a few times, right? And but that's not I mean that's game management if you really want to get technical about it, but you know that's not getting the play in or you know that's you know not getting organized, which is game management. But that's my biggest thing that I think kind of irks me, and that's just football in general. But you know, the easy cop out answer, like I'm just not here for. I'm not going for it, man. Like if you're gonna if that's gonna be your first thing out of your mouth, I need receipts. Tell me when. And I'm not saying it's not happening, but I'm not saying is it like does it cost him games, right? Is it like Chicago Bears, whatever dudes was like earlier this season? Like now that shit was happening, okay, we can talk. You know what I mean? But like calling a timeout and not going for it and punting it, like that's not mismanagement to me. That doesn't fall in that category.
Benji, Mind your own business. This is Oklahoma business. You get your 5 minutes. Shut up.
I found that.
That's what I said, Benji. I said it. I said that. I said it could fall into that category.
It does. It does. But and that's the whole thing is honestly just look, I'm not saying he's been perfect. And I have said multiple times, I think the last time you were on here, that regardless of whatever happens, if he's calling the plays or not calling the plays, I want to see him be better in those moments. I want to see him be more prepared in those moments. These are moments that you can scheme up, that you can go through and work on and, have an idea of what you want to do. Or in the case of with him, working on the defense, I think in the last 2 minutes, he's going to let the defense deal with whatever if they're off the field. He doesn't have to go talk to them. You know what I mean? He needs to be over there and they need to be locked in on what's doing. But that's where you want to see that. And I think that that's a fair thing to ask. But what I don't understand is how you can question the players on the team or the talent that he's brought in, because it's pretty unequivocal to me. Damn sure on the defensive side and on the offensive side too, they've had players. Having them injured is one thing. There's been players there. Hell, they were a top 5 offense a year before. Top 5 in the country. But they've had players.
People forget, man. People just like. So I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. There's people out there that are gonna be mad no matter what, right? Like I'm on my rap shit right now. Like let's talk about the mad rapper back in the day on those Puff Daddies. Like that's what I'm gonna say. Tell me why you're mad, son. Like tell me why you're mad. Because that's all I'm hearing right now. People are just mad. It doesn't matter if Knowles comes in or not. People are still going to find a way to bitch. And there's nothing I can do for you. You know what I mean? I mean, people are bitching about going 10-3. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
The spoiled rottenness of an Oklahoma fan. That's the spoiled rottenness of an Oklahoma fan. That's all they.
It's showing up pretty bad here in the last couple of weeks, man, or the month or two, I should say. Like I get it. It's part of the fan bases, but dude, like Jesus.
Sours. If you're gonna say that, like he said, explain what you're talking about. Don't just say you're not sure about it. He has a lot to prove. Okay, fine. About what?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to know? Yes, he's a great recruiter. You see, you said 2 good things, and then you said he has a lot to prove as a head coach. I think that the fact is that these guys want to play for him. They want to play for him.
Mm-hmm.
They want to win and make sure that he doesn't get fired. That ought to tell you what it means to be a head coach. The biggest part of the hardest thing, I think, for any coach, and I'm talking about any college coach, no matter basketball, football, whatever it might be, is building a culture to where you're all on the same page. Now, we know what happened last year, and we can sit here and bitch and bicker about who made the decision to hire Seth Littrell. It doesn't really matter. I do know one thing. I know he wanted to fire Seth before the season ever started, wasn't allowed to do it. I know he wanted to fire him after the damn Texas game for sure. He wasn't allowed to do it.
If that's the case, he automatically gets 2 years, no matter what.
He's getting 2 years anyway, man.
It's out of his control like that.
Unless they go 5-7 or worse.
Yeah.
He's staying. Don't get blown out in the Red River game, which they shouldn't. They should win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They should win it. If they lose it, it ought to be a damn good game. Another classic. Can't wait for that one. Right? Can't wait for that one. But I'm telling you, if you look at this schedule, there's a lot of questions across the board for all these other football teams.
That creamsicle, you took that creamsicle pill. You know what this is right here. Believe that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are that Ohio State fan. It is the lunatic fringe. That's hilarious, and it's absolutely true. Is Littrell currently working anywhere? No. I don't even think that Josh hired his ass.
Well, hey, T Boomer, yeah, it may get a dude. Let me tell you something. You gotta be tough,
Thank you for
man.
the super chat, T Boomer.
This shit getting old, man. I feel you. Like, but you gotta be. And listen, man. Not everything. There's got to be some struggle in it. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to be some struggle, and it means more when there is. Trust me. When next year, when we go out there and perform like we should, like it'll feel that much better. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
up with hope, down with dope.
Up with hope and down with the dope. And Ryman's got it right. It's the people crying about BV are same people that were huffing that hopium while Lincoln was here. Next year it'll be fixed. We're almost there. Yep. I remember them days. Kept hoping and praying that this new defensive coordinator was going to do something. Turns out he was just as shitty. You know, here's one thing I'll tell you. Now, let's talk about these two guys. Wes Goodwin, obviously. Look, people are acting like this cat sucked. Whatever it was with
let me tell you something. I feel like he's a scapegoat, man. You know what I mean? I feel like
he's the scapegoat for non-use of the fucking transfer portal.
Well, that and not having a very good offense.
That too.
You know what I mean?
Non-use of the transfer portal.
Yeah, the Oklahoma breakdown. They broke it down. What his defense was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was
top 50 all the time at work.
Doesn't sound like they're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was wild to me. I didn't know that. But dude, I mean, come on, man. Like, here it is too, right? Like this, there's people out there that are like, oh, we're not hiring, Dreilling, we're going from Knowles to Goodwin as DC and da 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 da. Listen, man, y'all ain't listening, right? Y'all haven't been paying attention and y'all ain't listening. It was never gonna be Dreilling or Goodwin to be the defensive coordinator. You guys were just trying to latch onto something because you wanted to bitch, right? And it was either going to be Knowles or BV was calling the defense. Everybody knew that, dude. Come on, man. Stay plugged in. Everybody knew that. We talked about it on this show multiple times. If Knowles doesn't come, it's going to be BV running the defense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, I mean, precisely. And that to me, it was, I mean, man, I just look at it as it was a huge deal. It is a huge deal.
How many former defensive coordinators do we have on the defensive staff? I was talking about this with somebody yesterday too, who will remain nameless, right? And this was before the Oklahoma breakdown came out. But I like the angle that Gabe took with all these D coordinators we got on the staff. You know what I mean? Like those four. Like I was just saying, there's a lot of knowledge in that room, right?
Yep.
What is it? 4 former defensive coordinators, a former head coach. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of dude. Come on, think about this game plan that we're about to deal up. And I'm not on the hopium, right? I'm sober, right? You know what I mean? I don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay? But listen, there's a lot of find me another defensive staff out there that got at least 4 defensive coordinators in their room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Find me that.
That's what I was saying. This is an elite defensive staff, without a doubt. You know how many of these guys have been recruiter of the year?
Yeah. Like
I'm telling you, these guys are freaking legit defensive coaches. And guess what? They're working for the best defensive coach in the country.
It's an embarrassment of riches if you really want to look at it, bro. Like it's and those dudes are just gonna help bring along the offense in Arbuckle. You know what I mean? Those dudes should be, and this is the angle that Gabe took it, and I was like, shit, that's brilliant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna take this dude and like, here's what we're doing against you, and here's why. You know what I mean? Here's how, and they're just gonna bounce this stuff off each other, and everybody likes to one-on-ones. Like we're doing too much of that, dude. You can't do enough of that. You know what I mean? Injuries happen, and they hit us in a hard way. But you gotta go against your best. It makes you better, man. You got to do it. And people, you know, I talk to a lot of people that are against that. And don't get me wrong, I don't think you should do a lot of it, you know, constantly, but you gotta do one-on-ones. Like this is my opinion alone. I feel like that hurt Jackson Arnold because he was never hit. You know what I mean? Even in scrimmages and the spring ball, like he was never hit, he was never tackled. He could sit back there and he knew nobody was going to tag him. He didn't have to get rid of the ball early, you know, because there wasn't a threat of him getting his shit rocked. And I think that affected him come game time. And he was never able to recover for that. I always think there's a play, like your quarterback has to get some real game speed, game live action too. You know what I mean? It's risky, but I feel like it has to happen. It has to happen.
No doubt. No doubt. Christopher Shannon, the next thing that comes out of your mouth better be context for that smart-ass comment. Otherwise, you could roll along for the day. I won't kick you out forever, just for today. But you better have some context for the next thing that comes out of there.
I'll put you in timeout.
Put him in timeout for the whole damn day. Oh, yeah. And by the way, yeah, I've seen that you said that twice there, Stephen G. My bad. Patty Gasso named the Olympic coach, #1 coach.
The GOAT. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't get like a little starstruck every once in a while, but when I saw Patty Gasso on the sideline, I was like, damn. I was like, I was like, I almost asked her for a picture. I ain't gonna lie, I almost did, but I didn't. Because Mike was there and he's probably like, bro, why are you doing that? You're so old. But I'm like, shit, you don't even know. You don't even know, bro. She's the GOAT.
Man, she is the GOAT. You ought to be excited about that. You should have done
I'm talking about dominant, dude. Like, come on, man. What's up, cuz? You need to get up in here, cuz.
No, big cuz ain't in there. That was me.
Oh.
That was me. Because we're streaming to their channel also.
Oh, okay.
Big Mike speaking the truth, Martin says. I think Oklahoma's gonna stay down. If you think Oklahoma is gonna stay down, you're a fucking clown. Okay, thank you. I thought it was like, but you're getting no way Mars is saying that. No way. Good stuff, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And here, you brought something up earlier, and I'm gonna put on my conspiracy hat real quick, all right? So you talked about the Kansas game, right? And all the stuff that we did wrong, especially offensively.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad play call. That was situational on Leb.
Yeah, we should have been pounding the rock, dude. Here's when you said that, man, it came back to me, man. And we started pounding the rock with Sawchuck, right? And there was nothing Kansas could do about it. Does anybody remember what happened as soon as we took the lead? Anybody remember what happened? They called a weather delay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Now, I live in Kansas, and I'm about an hour from Lawrence, but it ain't nothing to hop on your weather app and find lightning strikes and where the lightning strikes are. And they said don't get me wrong, it was cold and raining, but it wasn't lightning and that stuff over here. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. I went over there, put on the weather app, looked for lightning strikes within a 20-mile radius of Lawrence. I ain't see any. Huh. That's just my conspiracy, man. And I'm not I've heard other people talk
about losing to Oklahoma, getting their ass kicked by OU for freaking 30 years before that.
Yep.
They hadn't lost to them. Oklahoma hadn't gotten beat by them since 88 or some shit like that.
That's my little tinfoil hat right there. And if that really happened, well done, Kansas, because it worked.
Yeah, we lost to Tech in the weather delay as well. And also that game, there's another loss on that first 6 and 7 season that I watched the fucking game. It was it was in between the pipes, baby. That was a blown call too. I can tell there's a number. Here's the thing. That first season, one holding call against a conference opponent. One all season. The Tech game.
Don't get me started on Texas, bro.
It was
they're so deep in pockets, bro. It ain't even funny.
You sure about that, Neilio? I mean, not that I normally would question.
Like, you know who you're doubting right now? Like, you know who you're doubting?
Okay, he probably is right. He's probably right. It'd be a long fucking time. That's all I'm saying. It'd be a long damn time. 93.
Yeah. Hey, 93 don't seem that long ago.
No, I think I was meaning 98. So actually, I think I was meaning 98, not 88, if that's what I said. But so yeah, it's been even long. It'd been even longer. So it had been 30 years. Okay. Good call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, oh, he is wrong. He said 95. Yeah. God damn. Still been about 30 years. Yep. In any event, guys, all I'm saying is, and it's look, I understand that the standard is the standard is the standard. Just have some context, folks. Have some context. Realize that you don't Rome ain't built in a day. And look, regardless of if you think Coach Venables is the guy or isn't the guy, right? You have to give him the opportunity to show it completely, especially when you're owing him $35 million. You get rid of this guy right now, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. You can't do it. And look, and guess what? In this day and time, you're going to have to, if you get rid of him right now, what do you think happens? How long do you think it is until they win again? You think somebody comes in here, spreads some magic pixie dust, and all of a sudden Oklahoma's a powerhouse again? Because you're going to lose all this recruiting credit that you got. All these guys that you're getting. And guess what? It got better this week. It got better this week. The guys that they're looking at for the 2026 class, they've got another big-time safety. Shocker there. They've got a guy from Alabama, 6'5", 250 edge rusher that looks like he's a damn dog, and he was talking about it's the best visit he's ever been on. They just keep on doing it.
Yeah.
It's only going to get better on that side of the football. And if Arbuckle is anything close to what we think he is, there's no way it doesn't get better. By the way, they announced his contract today. It's another reason that I believe he's going to have at least 2 years, because Arbuckle has 3 at $1.6 million, highest paid coach on the staff, third highest paid OC in the conference. They're behind this thing. They're not trying to get rid of this guy. So you whiny bitches can whine and bitch all you want, but it ain't going to happen. You missed the 90s. Shit. I don't miss the 90s. Chicken says every season has its own variables. Oklahoma has more than just about 90% of the rest. Yeah. Look, if you look at this season that Christopher Shannon put on there, still a tough schedule. Yeah, that tells me you don't really know that much about what the hell we're about to do. There's some good teams on that schedule. Ryan Grubb just got rehired at Alabama. That's huge. That's a tough game going to Tuscaloosa. If their offense is serviceable again, Alabama just got scary again. They're going to have a guy that can throw the ball, either one that wins it, or even if it was Keelan Russell that wins it, they're going to have a guy that can throw the damn football. And they got Ryan Williams. They're going to be good. You got to go on the road for that. You got to go on the road for Tennessee. You got to go on the road for South Carolina. Now, South Carolina, I'm not buying the hype there. Not doing it. Not buying the hype there. I don't believe in that dude whatsoever. I know that they're going to be way better than Missouri. Who they got now? A backup quarterback from Penn State. No more Luther Burden. No more Theo Weiss. Now what? Now what? Yeah. No more Williams Winery. Now what? Not that he did shit anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's one day we'll do the schedule prediction.
We can do it now. We can do it now. We can do it now because it's too early to do it, but we'll do it and talk about it. But I mean,
way too early.
Way too early. We could do. I mean, we can make it quick. But I mean,
I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna do mine after spring ball.
We'll just discuss it, man. Talk about the possibilities in it. The teams that aren't because I don't think that people are paying attention to the fact that all but 3 of the teams we play have brand new quarterbacks too.
Yeah.
Lenore Sellers is one, then Nico? And he's got all new receivers. I mean, he's got a freshman receiver that Coach Smook told me he's going to be all that. Okay. Well, we'll see. But, I mean, and then who else has got a same quarter? Oh, Nuss at LSU. Now, all 3 of those games are probably going to be rough. I don't believe in – it's not that I don't think that Sellers can do it. I like Sellers a lot. I can't stand that coaching staff. I think that they're trash offensively. They don't get it. Spencer Rattler and Sellers, I don't know if he's a thrower or not. Is he another Jalen Milroe? All I know is that if you get them in a clutch situation, what does Beamer do? Folds like laundry. You know? Tennessee, are they as good as they were last year? I don't think anybody would tell you they are. What up?
I think that's a gettable road. Well, I've already looked at that one and kind of thought about that. I think that's a gettable road game for sure.
It is, but I would say that the tough part about that is that you have. Let me grab that schedule. I'll get it for you guys. The tough part about it is that it's in Neyland Stadium, you know, and they're going to be rowdy. Now they get. I remember Coach I saying last year. He goes, well, the thing about Neyland is it gets just as quiet as it gets loud when they ain't playing worth the shit. So you go out and punch them in the mouth, see how it goes.
And people sleep on Norman, man, on Oklahoma field. People sleep on that, dude. Shit got loud. Loud.
It didn't. I was there for the Tennessee game, and it was loud the entire time.
It was loud, dude.
Oh.
It was loud. Yep.
Facts. Let me see here. Oklahoma. All right. Michigan game is going to be huge, obviously. Yeah. Illinois State, the first. I mean, we know what's happening there. Then you get Michigan at home. Then you're on the road at Temple. So you get 3 of those non-con games. But the Michigan game, I think that's a tester right away. If you can go out and you can put some points up on Michigan, which you need to. I think it might calm some people down a little bit.
Yeah.
But at Temple, you should roll. Auburn in the Palace, September 20th. Bro, there ain't no way they're letting Jackson Arnold come in here and win. There ain't no fucking way.
Hey, they're just gonna run it back like fall camp. That supposedly broke Jackson Arnold.
He was broken. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't even get hit. All right, continue.
Well, I saw that bitch in the morning on Twitter. And on shows
about how he was throwing interceptions and they weren't moving the football.
Yeah. And BV did too much and went too hard on Jackson and broke his confidence. But that's the same cat that's going to come in here and torch us for 500.
Mm-hmm. He hadn't approached 500 yards yet in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying
it. Maybe 300.
Against this defense, he's going to do that now too when he's already scared shitless of it? Come on, man. Mike's going to go in there and take one for the team there. Just go in and even fake like he's going to pop him. See what happens. All right, then they got the open date. Then they got Kent State, which should be another open date going into the Texas game on October 11th. Look, Texas is coming. I want to say, who's Texas playing the week before, Benji? Oh, who is it that they're playing? Let me check real quick. That's pretty good stuff. Because I think they've got a tough one. Pretty sure they got a tough one.
Come on, Benji. I thought you supposed to. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Supposed to know this stuff.
They got at Florida the week before.
Oh, we got Kent State.
Yeah, I love it. That's what you fuckers get for that JV.
Yeah, I do like not having a bye prior to it. I like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Keep rolling. Well, I wasn't a fan of what transpired from it for shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
no, for sure.
You won't. Yeah, he says Jay won't even be the starter when they come to town. They may not. Yeah, he's Florida at the Swamp. That's right. So, you know,
hey, there's competition down there at Auburn now. Don't think that that's Jackson Arnold. He may not even start the season as a starter.
Dude, you think Deuce not? Dent was talking about it last. He had him and started him as an 8th grader on his 7-on-7 team because the guy that he had, the guy that was in there was throwing a bunch of picks, so he sticks him in. He said he went and balled out the whole rest of the way. He said the kid's a dog. He's not coming in there with the intentions of not starting next year. And we know what happens whenever he feels like he's being pressed from behind from a freshman.
Yeah.
I told you guys what I think about that. I think the guys either got it or they don't up here. And once you get rattled up, it's hard to come back from that, man. It is hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
Some guys are dogs, some ain't. And I don't think that he was ever really tested in high school except for in those ass whippings they took in the state championship game and in the semifinal his senior year. And he looked like hammered hell in both of those games. He did. I watched both of them. Ugh, not good. DeSoto planted their foot right in his ass in his last game of high school ball. He'll have his hands full competing with Blake Barnett out of the Denver area. Kid broke McCaffrey's TD record in Colorado.
Yeah, I saw that. So we was on the.
I forgot about him being part of that.
Dude, he was. I'm pretty sure that's the kid. He was on the official visit when we went to K-State.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
He's a baller. LSU just lost a 4-star D lineman decommit.
Thanks there, Martin. Appreciate you.
Rather than McCoy. I thought y'all bought y'all players down there. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're in trouble too. They're not. See, they don't have the same deal in Mississippi that you have in Oklahoma right now, where you can funnel everything through the school and they can write it off through their foundations and all that shit. The only places that's happening are 3 places right now: Georgia, Ohio, and Oklahoma. That's it. So that may give them an edge for this year on being able to spend in NIL. Anyway, so the Texas game is definitely doable. Then you're at South Carolina the week after that. Then Ole Miss at home, followed by Tennessee on the road. That's a hell of a stretch right there. Texas at South Carolina, Ole Miss at home, on the road to Tennessee before you're open again. That's a tough schedule. There's no doubt it's a tough schedule, but here's again, I think you got to look at the fact that, guys, Texas has a new quarterback. They're coming off of a tough game the week before that at the Swamp. Oklahoma's going to be, just kind of fine-tuning the week before. South Carolina game, again, that's on the road. I think it's a tough place to go play. But I know we owe them one.
Yeah.
I know we owe them one. They talk a lot of shit. They talk a lot of shit at South Carolina. Ole Miss, they owe them one too. And I don't think that they're near what they were defensively. Not near what they were defensively. Neither is Tennessee. So even if you get to the Texas game undefeated, which you should, and you win 3 out of the 4 from Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Tennessee, you win 3 out of the 4, you're going to get in the playoff. Or you're in damn good shape too. You got Alabama, Mizzou, and LSU at home to close it out. But at worst, you should lose one of those. Maybe 2, I guess. That would be 3. But in the end, 9-3 is, you would probably accept that. At this point, for all the doom and gloomers, I wonder if you would accept 9-3.
Yeah.
And there's no givens in it. It's not a given. But I don't think it's undoable. I think that they can beat everybody on the schedule. I think that they can. Whether they will or not is two different things. The road games are going to be tough, and I think LSU's a monster. And chances are Alabama may be a monster again. Hell, it's Bama.
Yeah. Yep.
You would be happy with 9-3? Good. Or you'd be pissed. Oh, you would be happy with it. Okay, good. Thanks, Johnny Boy. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
9-3 with that schedule is a playoff berth, like CFP.
Yeah, I don't know that it is. I think that they proved to us that it isn't.
No.
Alabama had one of the toughest schedules in the country. They went 9-3. They didn't get in. They put in SMU instead and Indiana instead.
I don't think they're making that decision again. I think they realized that was a mistake.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think the ACC is going to get the benefit of the doubt again.
Shit, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But I don't know that they won't. I think you have enough people that are pissy about it, about the SEC, and feeling like they're getting left out. That I don't know. It feels weird to me, but it's the anti-SEC is a real thing. Possibly it could be a playoff. It may not, though. I don't know that it is. 10-2 says Mars Jams. 9-3 would possibly be a playoff year. It could be. It could be. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, again, it's doable. Now, getting back to what I wanted to share the screen real quick. Getting back to what we were talking about with shit. Here it is. Oops. All right. You guys can read that. No, I'm going to read it to you anyway. Since I was hired as head coach, we've carefully assembled the defensive personnel and scheme that is suited to compete at the highest level, and we've built a deep and talented roster ready for the moment. I have high expectations for our program, and will do everything in my power to achieve our goals for our players. This isn't him announcing that what's going to happen, that he's going to be calling the plays. I love it. I love it. I mean, and again, you know, I don't believe that he's going out on his sword because I don't think that you have to. I don't think that that's the case. I think that at worst they might, if 8, 7, you know, if things didn't go their way in certain games, 8 or 7 wins would still certainly be enough. And I don't know that even if they went 6-6 again, I don't think that would be I don't think that they would fire him. I just don't think they would. Not when they just hired guys on 3-year deals.
I can't see 6-6 next year.
I don't even. I would be really hard. I can't even see it. I can't even see it either because you've got a quarterback and scheme and skill guys that look like they're all that. Did you hear what Coach Ricks was saying on his channel about Giovanni?
No.
Said that he went in and like threw up way more weight than what they were expecting out of him. The same thing from what's that other receiver's name? They're like testing through the roof though.
Yeah.
Like where they didn't have to come back and
Elijah Thomas?
No, not Elijah Thomas. I'm talking about the other transfer guy.
Okay.
Shit, I always forget his name, but he's a stud too. I mean, they look like they're going to be.
Keontae.
Yes. Yep, that's the dude. So they both look like they're going to be all that. If you get anything out of Burks, I mean, you've got, again, I still think that you're probably going to get something out of, you've got some big boy receivers. Jaden Gibson is back healthy. Shit. Have fun with him because he's going to be playing like a man possessed.
Yeah.
You know, out to prove something. Carry on. I think probably about to see some things out of Ivan Carry on.
Yep.
We'll see kind of what happens with this tight end room.
Listen, dude, let me tell you something. There is a serious role for Ivan Carry on at receiver for Oklahoma, dude. And I would have loved to see more of him all year, but what was he, 7 for 7? Caught 7 balls. And
yeah,
hey, listen,
the kind of game that usually precedes a big career.
Well, listen, man, like I just need you to catch balls. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if you're going for 40 or all that. Like just I need a dude that's going to catch the ball and catch it all the time. Like catch the ball. I'm not trying to jinx him or not like that, but I haven't seen him drop a pass. You know what I mean?
You haven't seen him drop one?
No, I haven't. Like spring game, through the season, everything that's in his hands, he's caught.
Somebody said that he didn't get on the same page with Jackson at all year, and so he was dropping some balls in practice and shit like that.
Like I said, that I haven't seen it. I'm not saying he didn't,
right?
But like I haven't seen it. And what I saw from dude and what I saw from homie in the bowl game, give me more of that.
Yeah.
We got guys that can stretch the field. I need somebody that's gonna work the intermediate, work the middle, and catch the ball, contest it, and hold on to it.
That's right.
That's what I saw to Carry on. And dude gonna take shots, man. He's a big ass kid. He's gonna absorb that shit and fall forward.
And I'll tell you what, I think Mitchell is gonna be really good too.
Yeah.
I think Devon Mitchell is gonna come through and become really good at some point this year. If Caden Helms is healthy, that's a monster. No reason why he can't get involved.
T-Birds.
Yeah, man, come on.
He's a fellow T-Bird, bro. He went to my high school.
Yeah, he's a baller, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass kid, dude, and he's got speed too. He looks like he's ready to kind of get through. I mean, him catching that touchdown at the end of the year last year, that's got to be a good thing for you to just get that going for you.
His offseason, he needs to have an amazing offseason.
He does. It'd be really good if he had an amazing offseason. It would.
Mm-hmm.
Really would.
Yeah, he 100% will. 100% will.
But I think the running back game. I mean, it's hard to have a whole lot of belief in what DeMarco's doing as far as his the rotation stuff is going. But if Arbuckle is going to make sure that he gets the guys in that he wants in the game, then maybe that's going to work itself out. Maybe it'll work itself out.
Stevie G, is that for real?
What? Oh, wow.
Shit, he need to bring his ass down to Tampa Bay.
Shit, I'm surprised it took him this long to request a trade.
As soon as I pull up Twitter, the first thing I see is Gerald McCoy retweeting it. Jason Lick, you already know what to do. Oh, that's funny.
No shit. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, dude. It's got like there's a whole nother story, or a whole nother conversation. But man, there are some just toxic NFL teams right now, man. It's crazy to me, man. Crazy.
I don't understand how those guys still have a fucking football team in Cleveland. It's unbelievable to me. And the way that they ran Baker out of there and tried to blame it all on him when they were getting his ass killed all year.
Oh yeah.
And he's playing hurt the whole time, and they used that shit against him and tried to call him out, and his teammates wouldn't allow it. They're like, man, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I'm not buying this shit.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. Those guys, I say this, Cleveland gets what they get from here on. They deserved what they've gotten out of the whole Deshaun Watson deal.
Yeah.
Apparently he's out of there, though. I don't think he's coming back.
I don't know how much money he's gonna get, but he's about to get. I heard they were trying to sign Justin Tucker too.
Who will be the biggest impact player on offense and defense? That's a good question.
You hear that? He didn't even hear me.
What'd you say?
No.
Say it again.
I'm gonna let the chat roast you on that. I said I heard the Cleveland Browns are trying to sign Justin Tucker.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that one. That's hilarious. Let's see. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shawty says, who's the biggest impact player on offense and defense? I think the quarterback is where it starts, bro. I think the quarterback is where it starts on that side. But there's a lot of guys that can be impact players. I think you need the quarterback to be one of them. And John Mateer, I think, coming in, he had 44 touchdowns last year. 44 touchdowns. He knows this offense. Even if it isn't stats that he's filling up the stat sheet, which I think it will be, but I also think that his leadership in knowing this offense, having been with Arbuckle already, he's going to teach. I think his impact is felt beyond that, is what I'm getting. I think it's felt beyond that. I think it's going to help with the maturation of Michael Hawkins. I think it's going to help with all of it. I think it has to be him, right? It has to be in a lot of ways. Huh?
I mean, biggest impact player
on the offense.
Listen, man, I'm gonna go with that big ass offensive tackle or O lineman we got from what's his name from East Coast.
Simmons?
Colin Simmons, is that what it? Or no, not Colin Simmons.
Colin Simmons, I think is it.
Isn't that the kid from Texas, or has he got the same name?
Or it's something Simmons, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, that big joker, man. I'm going. He's got to be it. He's got to be it, man. We need a big body up there.
But you're saying so that's to keep them off of him so that he can make plays and make impact plays, though, right? But
yeah, 100%.
Okay, I get it, but I think.
Damn it. Right, that's right. Good job, Stevie. I'm going with him, man. I'm going with him. Because none of that shit matters.
Derrickson.
Skill positions, none of that shit matters. And I'm going to flip it on the D-line, and I'm going, and this may be easy, this may sound easy, but David Stone's going to have a huge year. He's going to make a big step and be a dog. And
he sure looked like it at the end of last year.
Yep. Jeez. And him and I went a battle with him and Okoye. I'm a big Okoye fan, man.
Me too. I'd really, really like to see PJ break out this year too on that D line.
But
I think there's a number of guys that could be that dude on the D line, though. It's
got to be the interior. You can shut an offensive down from the interior.
Sure you can.
And that's why I say
it lets your linebackers, you taking up blocks, it lets your linebackers do their thing. It's a lot of stuff.
Like pressure in their face.
That's right.
Or like you can run away from a defensive end. You know what I mean? You can scheme those dudes out of the play.
Right.
It's not that easy in the middle. Not that easy in the middle. And that's why Big Stone.
Okay, Coach.
What up, Coach?
Yeah. David Stone is definitely a dog. He came through at the end of the year. He looked fantastic. Fantastic. And and he's definitely on that upward trajectory. I also think Jaden Jackson is huge on that. And Dominic Williams coming back along with G Baby. I think you need all four of them to be there this year.
Those dudes are already proven. You know what I mean? Like those dudes already balled last year. Like those dudes had a lot of snaps. That David Stone edition, though, is going to hit a little different.
Marvin Jones Jr., he could be a huge impact guy.
Yeah.
A huge impact guy.
Yep.
I like him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another one that could be a big, and this is I don't want to get my hopes up. Gentry could be very important.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the kind of dude that can shut down the side of the field. He can. Now, being healthy is it's not his thing. It hadn't been his thing so far. I don't know how much of that it had to do with the training staff. I don't know how much of it. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
There was that. A lot of the rumors were coming about him. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. I know he's been hurt. I know that. But he's an NFL type corner, without a doubt. Now you also have some other guys that are coming in. I think that the corner situation is pretty good. I think that Eli is going to be unbelievable again. He was a freshman All-American dude, sticky man. You said it yourself. He's stuck with Ryan Williams in his pocket. Ryan made a couple of plays. I don't think you can stop Ryan Williams from making plays, but you can make it hard on him.
You got to limit it.
Yeah,
you got to limit it.
Yep, and he did.
Yeah.
Devon Sears, I don't think so.
He just took his name out of the portal. I don't know if that means he's coming back.
Well, maybe so. That's right. I did see that.
Yeah.
What's up there, Ganj? But yeah, what do I think? Marvin Jones Jr., dude, he looks the damn part. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He looks.
Yeah. Hopefully, this transfer and this move to Oklahoma and get with Schmitty in this class, makes him and pushes him in the competition and the overall culture, gets him to where he wants to be and gets him to that next level. Because I think he could be he's a real
first round pick kind of guy, athlete, right? He's that.
He's possible, and hopefully that's one of the reasons why he came to Oklahoma and riding that that covered wagon.
I agree. I think that, but I also think that he could be a gravy get. You know what I mean? He may be one of those guys that, because there's dudes in the room, man. R. Mason, we know what we're going to get out of R. Mason.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going to happen? They're going to end up having to send extra guys for him, and guess what? That means somebody else can get off.
Mm-hmm.
I think PJ could definitely have a big year. I think Danny Okoye is that dude, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that Nigel Smith is going to move inside and out, and I think Nigel is that dude, without a doubt. I think that you're going to see some things out of him. There's some guys that we haven't seen much of yet that very well may make a big impact on that side.
Did I tell you about my guy? Did I tell you about my guy, or was that on Legend Show?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm not saying he's going to come out and ball this year, but do not forget about a fella from the north named Wyatt Gilmore. All right?
I forget about that. I like that dude, man. He's got a big old that dude's he's kind of like your boy. They like to hip things.
Right, he's a menace. His highlight tape was amazing, dude. That dude was coming off the edge, flying around, cracking folks, bro.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
that's one. He never shied away from contact. He liked contact.
Yep, not at all.
Love that guy. I think he's going to be good too. Hey, again, there's a number of dudes that, hell, I think that CJ Nixon could turn into something like that immediately, but he's not here early, so the chances of that are slim.
Yeah,
but that's the kind of athlete that we're talking about, though. We're not. Look, man, they're not bringing in scrubs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're just not.
Mm-hmm.
I said it a lot the last year. They raised the floor. The ceiling's way up, but they raised the floor of these kids that are coming in. They're showing up more ready.
You just what was that, Jordan, that said the ceiling's the floor or something like that one time? When you just made that statement, I thought they said what you're gonna say. Oh. I'm pretty sure that was Jordan one time in the thing. He's like, the ceiling is the floor.
I don't remember that.
Oh man, it was pretty funny.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, he got his words mixed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny, pretty funny. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the chat if I was wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Jordan. But I thought that's what you're gonna hit us with right there. But yeah, we got some cats, man. And Benji, hey, then listen, there's a lot of ifs, man. We're just projecting right here, right?
There's a shit ton of ifs down in Austin too. A
Yeah.
shit ton of them.
Listen, you hope that some of these cats on offense remain ifs. I know as you're trying to put that out in the
You better
universe.
pray. You better pray about it
Yeah.
a lot.
Just wait till we get Big X pounding a rock at you next
Grab a
year.
hold of your rosaries, bro. Grab a hold of your rosaries.
Big X is gonna tote that thing.
Yeah. Hey man, I can't even see another season like last year. I don't think that there's a possibility that you have that many injuries. Any of that. It took all of that shit for it to happen the way it did.
Hey man,
I
if
just
that
can't
shit
even
happens,
imagine it being that way.
if it happens again next year, man, somebody ain't living right, at Oklahoma, and somebody that ain't.
I don't even. I think the laws of probability say no way. You know what I mean? No fucking way.
Yeah.
And again, I know we have a lot of folks that think they know a lot, and they like to sit here and blame it on. They'll find one thing and they'll just, it's this, and you know what I mean. They just grasping for everything negative is what they talk about, and it's like there's no way that it can't. They're gonna go sit just like dumbass in here earlier. They're gonna go 6-6 again. Tough schedule. Oh, okay.
It's confirmed. It was confirmed. Jordan did say that at a basketball camp. There's video of it for sure. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Hey, this third school will be the one for Marvin Jr. He has the body but no production. Yeah. Look, I think it's a question for sure. But again, I think he's a gravy grab. I don't think that they grabbed him with the thoughts that he has to do well for this. I don't think that he has to do anything for this defense to be what it is. So I hope that it would be cool if he did. It'd be cool if he did, but they're not missing. They're not lacking for guys on that in that room, that edge room, for sure. You know a lot. You know a lot about what? I know you know a lot there, Neilio. We need to buy a case of Stickum for Tatum. Something tells me that that's being worked out. Something tells me that one's being worked out. It's probably being worked out in Longview right now.
Oh, you better. Can't have that, man.
Can't have it.
That's a quick way to derail a season.
Right. Yeah, dude, Mars. It's wild to me, but there's more people than just that clown. I mean, less of them are coming in here lately because I don't play around with them. I tell them they're idiots. But, I mean, it just – some people have to be negative. And listen, I think I understood what – like Teddy was like, it's fair until they win. Until they win, it's fair. I get what it is. I get that this is the standard, and the standard is to go be that team all the time. No excuses, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes shit happens, This is what it is.
Hey, listen, man.
I like the idea of BV saying, fuck it, I'm just going to call this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And if what I'm hearing is true, I don't know that it was a money thing that he went to Penn State. I think it sounded to me more like, from what Stoya said, it sounded more like to me that Knowles wanted complete autonomy, and he wasn't going to fucking give it to him.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know.
Yeah, I carry the ball everywhere he goes, like the program.
Yeah, the program, great movie.
What a great movie. Awesome.
Fumble on the glass.
Oh, Joe Kane. Joe Kane.
Yeah. Guys, legit. I was pretty mad. You know what? That was on TV not the other day, but a while back. And I was watching it, and probably one of the most, or probably not the best scene, but one of the craziest scenes out of the movie where they laid in the middle of the road on the traffic lines. They edited that out. They took that out. It's not in the TV movie anymore.
What was it again?
Remember when they laid in the middle of the road on the stripes in the middle of the road? Yeah, they took that out. They took that out of the TV cut.
Did they? Did they take the train thing off too?
And I don't remember
on the
that.
tracks?
I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, the car thing. I always remember that. I'm like, dude, these dudes. I remember watching that as a kid. Like, these dudes are crazy. Starting defense, seat at the table. I don't know about Latimer.
Yeah, Latimer. Yeah. Busting his head through the window and shit. That was awesome. Sooner Cowboys is no longer a part of this channel. He doesn't get to talk in here. He can say that shit everywhere else. I'm not having it in here anymore.
Dang.
When he started up that bullshit about freaking okay, so if you're gonna be that negative, you better have something good. And he literally, look, man, I know people love Kel Gundy. I gotta tell you, the motherfucker was never OC under Bob either. Even Bob didn't think to make him the OC. What in the hell would make you think that he was the guy? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen,
and he
man,
brought him up and brought him up and brought him up. And I don't want to hear about the dude anymore. I don't want to hear about the dude. And I told him to shut up and he kept on. So I'm done.
Yeah, it ain't happening, man. But listen.
Fuck no, dude.
Listen, man. So I don't know if but having Nate Dreilling and Goodwin in the linebackers room, like those dudes.
So Dreilling was like a 3-time All-American, wasn't he?
Dude, he's a 4-time at Pittsburgh State here in Kansas.
That's
insane. I mean, I get it. That's D2 or whatever, but dude,
I don't care.
You gotta be good, dude. That shit, they just don't hand that out. Like, I don't know how many, but yeah, he was a ball player, man. His dad is the most winningest coach in Kansas high school history. He's been coaching in Kansas forever, out there at St. Thomas Aquinas now. But I know Coach Dreiling for obvious reasons. He was at New Mexico State when they had their little run under Coach Kill, and was recruiting Mike. And so I was listen. I commented on Twitter a couple times about this, and to turn a defense around at New Mexico State from the hundreds to like top 30 in the nation, that shit don't happen, right? And this is my alma mater, right? But I'm real about my alma mater, right?
But like, they don't do anything in the top 30 in the country in New Mexico State. Let's be real.
That shit does not happen. Right?
Never.
And that is a miracle. Right? Like, come on, man. Like, you guys, everybody just brush it off. Oh, it's New Mexico State, New Mexico. Listen, man. That shit don't happen there, right? Because you get a defense, you get some dudes that can play, they get poached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the life of
even before the portal thing was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had our run toward the end of my career where we were getting votes for the top 25. We went and beat Arizona State. I had one of we were doing all that. Arizona State was ranked, I think. And we started off 4-0 or 3-0 or 4-0. We were getting top 25 votes, and then we messed around and lost to UTEP. And that's when I broke my foot. But yeah, that was we've had a run. But yeah, dude, that shit don't happen. That shit don't happen at New Mexico State, right? And let me tell you something, man. Like, that dude can coach. He got it going down.
It's all right. Hey, listen, we didn't bring him in to make friends, I don't think.
No, that's crazy.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that shit don't happen, dude. And he got chosen to be the interim head coach at Utah State. I wish New Mexico State would have hired him when Coach Kill left.
He's better than Sanchez, I promise.
I mean, I was a big fan of Sanchez.
I was in Vegas when he was UNLV's coach. He ain't good.
Well,
he ain't good.
I was a big fan of Sanchez prior to, like, when he went to UNLV, and I kind of saw that was ran. And after that, I don't know, man. Like, I reached out to him a couple of times. He never never hollered back. But that's he's a coach, but that's not the reason why. But I thought what Nate Dreilling did was unheard of and deserved.
Oh, you were talking about Hawks.
I got what you're saying, and I'm tracking. I wished he would have been the Aggie head coach, but it is what it is. And actually, did you see that they fired the AD? Like the new president of the school fired him.
I did.
What a man! That's crazy. Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah, but there's a lot of shit that's gone on with that AD in the last few years.
Dude,
bro.
Listen, man. That dude done more with less.
I get it, but you know what? That whole fiasco with the basketball team and the shooting and all that shit, and then there was the sodomy stuff that was going on after that.
That was all that one asshole, man. That one coach, man.
That's still on your head whenever you made the hire.
Yeah. Yep.
It's too much. There gets to be a point that it's too much shit. You know what I mean? And so that's I understand and I agree with you that it's not often that you have a guy that finds a way to win in Cruces. It just doesn't happen very much.
Yeah, but we'll get off in Mexico State. I know you're not here to
but anyway, but I think that Dreilling, what the point that you were making though is that okay, you've got a guy in him that he's been a head coach, he's been a coordinator, he was very good as a coordinator. Look, you can say what you want if you want to sit here and try to act like Wes Goodwin is trash. I don't think that you can show it to me on paper. I don't think that you can show it to me on paper. He also recruits, and we know he knows what Coach V wants. Real quick, hey, thanks for coming in there, Bishop Frank, and thank you for the gifted memberships. You got one for the runner-up and another one for, I believe, or no, just the one there. Okay, cool. Appreciate you, Bishop Frank. Nope, two of them. The runner-up and for a Smokey. That might be a Tennessee fan. Might be an old Tennessee fan. And lingering. That's cool. They are feisty, Tennessee fans. I got to tip my hat to them for the way they. 100,000 fucking views on that video that on TikTok. That was a shit ton of views, man. And I think 100,000 of them talked shit too. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I got to give them props. They talked a lot of shit.
There was that, and when SEC Mike retweeted one of my things somehow, I don't remember what it was, but like there was that, and your short or your TikTok, and
they love you. They definitely love you, big dog.
That's funny.
Yeah. It was good stuff.
Hey, it's gonna happen again.
Huh?
Oh, it's gonna happen again because your boy coming into Tennessee hot.
Okay.
All right, I'm coming in hot. Flying in. That's my old stomping ground, bro. I used to live in Tennessee.
Did you?
Yeah, man. When I was at Fort Campbell.
Okay. How far is Fort Campbell from there? From Knoxville?
From Knoxville, I don't know, a couple of hours probably.
I like Tennessee though. It's a cool state. It's actually
Knoxville's nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going down.
SEC Mike.
Characters.
Yeah, they're funny, man. And I don't think he doesn't really follow me and stuff, but Cousin Shane has retweeted me a couple of times. I don't know if he's doing it to fuck with me or what, but I like Cousin Shane. He's cool.
Yeah.
SEC Mike, and he's all right too. I don't mind their show. I think they're
hilarious. I never really watched
it. I think they're full of shit, but
it's just funny to me, like
a lot of them are.
The SEC, like what we got to use SEC, like I don't know. The conference fandom is kind of weird to me, but
yeah, and you know what? I actually think it's different for sure, right? But I don't mind that about it. I think that's probably the cool thing about their show. But I don't think that Mike's right a whole lot about shit. You know what I mean?
I would have to
write about much.
I would have to watch it more.
And he brings on. He seems to bring on guys that are never right, like Barrett Salih. Fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's just I'm gonna start mine up the Big 12 Mike. Since I live in Big 12 country. Big 12 Mike. I'm gonna have Neilio on.
Sunbelt Mike.
I'm gonna start a show with Neilio.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, do it.
Big 12 Neilio.
So you have 2 more boys, is that right?
Yeah.
What are their ages now?
15 and 10.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Be real. Yeah. Are they both love the game?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're both
who's the best athlete out of the 3?
Out of the 3? I mean, it changed. It changed for a while there. There's a certain point in time where I thought Marcus, my middle one, was going to be it. And then COVID set him back. COVID affected kids differently, right?
Yeah.
COVID really hampered him, right? Because he was inactive. Like they didn't have anything going on, like the sports, that stuff got canceled for a while. And it just kind of affected him different. Like it didn't affect Mike. Mike kept it cracking, but there's a Mike was he just got it, right? He was just born with it. There was nothing I did, there wasn't nothing.
Well, I remember you telling me that like you knew right away the first time when you took him to Pee Wee and he knocked the fuck out of somebody then.
Yeah. Like but I mean, like the violence was always there, right? He wasn't afraid to hit people, but
right.
He just always knew he could always find the ball. He always knew what was going on. Like he's never really been fooled. Like I told you, man, I've only seen him fooled twice. Once was in high school and one was in the bowl game. And he's just been real athletic. Like the funny thing that goes on is like this is the only reason I really still have Facebook because I don't really mess around with Facebook. But some of those old Facebook memories, like I'll show Marcus and Cameron. I'm like, look at your brother back when he was your age. Look at what he was doing. And Cameron will watch it and he'll be like, what? He's like, I need to go get some shots up or I need to go work on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what I was watching whenever I was doing that short video for the Boogeyman one.
Yeah.
I was going through looking for photos and video, whatever I could find, and I was definitely was going to use obviously the one where he knocked the fuck out of Bauer, but it was, dude, I watched some basketball. The kid can freaking play. Yeah. He could just play everything.
If he really would have dedicated like himself to basketball and really like worked on his game, like that was probably one of the biggest things that irked the shit out of me. It was like he didn't really practice and work on his shot. Used to like I've had coaches tell me in like middle school like, yo, this kid, where'd you get this kid? Like, you know what I mean? Because he would. Yeah. He was shooting the ball, and then his shot just changed and got a little different. But yeah, he's I mean, I used to make highlight videos of all the kids when they were young, and they're out on YouTube somewhere. But yeah,
shoot, man. But so yeah, the young one, what do you think about?
I think Cameron has a shot. He's got a real shot. I think his body type is similar to Michael. Everybody calls him like Michael's clone. Marcus was different, right? Marcus was always short and thick, right? He was always, but he was really fast. Marcus was really fast. He was like Marcus was starting to thin out and get, he's always been thick lower half, right? Like I remember one time I cracked him on his ass one time because he was misbehaving, and it's probably about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 6th grade or something like that. And I like, damn, that was solid. You know what I mean? I cracked him on his butt, and I was like, damn, that hurt.
That was a solid rump.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I think Marcus is a baseball player. He's really talented at baseball. I think he's kind of been out the game because he had his shoulder operated on, so he hadn't done baseball or basketball. So he's getting back into things. But I think he's a baseball player, but I think Cam remains to be seen, man. Cam can run the ball. He's a pretty good football player.
Yeah,
likes to hit. But yeah, I mean they all got
never too early to ask. Sooner in Texas says, "Look at Jason already recruiting the Bog family for the future." Hey man, I do it all the time. Big Bog I'm a Boganowski fan, man. His pops played.
Oklahoma, they better step their shit up and start working.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Anywhere you end up, if you can play at that level, at the Division I level, that means you're a hell of a player. So I just give them props for that. Not everybody's an Oklahoma player, that's for sure. That is for sure. But never know. Some guys are late bloomers too.
Yeah. I think that's definitely definitely Marcus. Look at Coach Ty Zimmerman, man. He's a big time player, man, for Kansas State, dude. A lot of people don't realize that dude was all Big 12 a couple years.
I remember him. Yeah. I remember that dude. He was a bad dude, man.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah. He was the one that was recruiting. He was kind of recruiting you guys there at K-State also?
No, they didn't really, at least not to me anyway. I know Coach Zimmerman. He's a K-State guy, so I'm pretty sure he would have preferred Mike to go to K-State. But no, he didn't really interject himself too much, man. And which is, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I think most coaches that they realize, even if you got to know, you played against Oklahoma your whole career, he knows. You know what I mean? He knows what's up.
Yeah.
And it's just like you guys understood it. I think that it feels like to me y'all would have been happy to play at K-State, but it was too much when you got Venables and these guys here, you kind of had to do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's just
they're gonna be good again. I mean, for God's sakes, they're not the Nebraska of the fucking SEC. It's not where we're headed here. I know people love to say that shit.
His best game was in Norman in 2012. Picked off Landry twice.
I remember that too.
Yeah,
I do remember.
And hey, chicken. Like I like watching the process, right? And I like watching the kids change and see what happens and see what road they choose or what sport. And I always think football has the advantage because it's popular, right?
Sure.
It's more popular sport, and colleges get first crack at you. But I that's what I like about it, man. I like watching and seeing what avenue and what they gravitate towards too, and why. That's what I like about it, man. And it's not even just my kids, man. It's other kids at JC. Kids that I coached with Mike when he was young, and with Marcus and Cameron right now. Like that's, I like coaching the youngsters, man.
Y'all better back off of Landry Jones, boys. Better back off my dog.
You just get it off.
Kick both y'all's asses.
That's crazy.
All right. Landry's my guy, man. All love for Landry.
Mm-hmm.
He had a hell of a career too. But he did lose some games that he pissed me off a little bit. Shout out to Landry though. He's going to be coaching an analyst at Tennessee this year. So getting into coaching. I think he's been doing personal coaching up until this point, but he hadn't coached at the level yet.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Boganowski was just one long line of Studley Junction City Blue Jays. Yeah.
Well, hopefully. And hey man, we got a kid right now on the football team that's probably 6'5", 6'6", big athletic joker, long.
Oh.
Raw as hell though, real raw. I think he's got it. He's a project for somebody if they really want to take him. I think he might end up being a JUCO guy, but dude, he's got some ability, man. He's big, long, and athletic. I'm gonna try to get him some camps this year and get him in front of some of these coaches and see what they think.
Mm.
But yeah, Junction City, man, we got some ballers.
He said, remember when Mizzou joined the SEC and they went to 2 SEC championship games? They got rolled in both of them, but now they're trash. Yeah, they're trash.
And call your team trash, because that's what they are, trash.
Fuck Mizzou. Can't stand their ass. Hartline, offensive coordinator at The Ohio State University. By the way, Chip got huge money. Huge money. Damn. They opened up the bank for his ass.
Yeah.
Drinks truck. Shit.
Good for yeah. Is it going to be Hardline? Is that what they just said? Is it going to be?
That's what BNG was saying just now. I hadn't confirmed it yet, but he doesn't usually lie. Yeah. Unless he's talking about Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll lie about that.
Yep. DJ was the man. I watched when Mike was a freshman, DJ was a senior. And I watched that kid, and I was just sitting there in the stands like, that kid's good, man. I'm like, huh. You know what I mean? Like, you're just sitting there like, there's no way, you know what I mean? He doesn't have multiple scholarship offers or whatever. But
right.
I watched him run down the sideline one time, and they were playing Bishop Carroll, which is a Catholic school down in Wichita, usually pretty good. And he hit this kid so hard his helmet blew up, dude. There's like pieces flying everywhere. Like running down the sideline full speed, just whacking it, just mouthpiece, earpiece, helmet, like just craziness. And I was just like, holy. I mean, he was bigger and faster than everybody, man. Nobody could tackle him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not seeing it yet there on 3. I just went to on 3 real quick. But it looks like I think that should be who they go with if they want to keep getting those damn receivers. But apparently defensive assistant Alan Clark is leaving for UT. That just came out. From OSU. It's kind of weird that so many of them are, but he was just a GA. He was working with the DNs though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of wild to see all these dudes splitting. Well, I'm about to find out if Ryan Day was really as big a part of it as he wants everybody to believe he was.
Yeah.
Definitely trash. Hush, Stephen G. You don't start that shit.
Oh, he's recruiting buddies. He's recruiting his fellow fan mates.
He keeps doing that shit. Hey, that trash team is 1-0 against BV. Hush. Negativity. Bishop Carroll was my high school alma mater's biggest rival. Hated him. My high school girlfriend was a Bishop Carroll Eagle.
Yeah. Yeah, I like going down to Bishop Carroll.
So they're a big time school, I guess.
I mean,
they have football factory.
Yeah, they got some dudes. There are a couple kids here recently. They've been kind of down the last year or two, but they were pretty good. Like at the beginning of Mike's, freshman sophomore year. Yeah, they're big. They're a pretty good school. Yeah. Bishop Carroll. I think they might be 5A if I'm not mistaken. Like they're 5A, but I'm not sure.
How many classes do they have in Kansas?
6A. Yeah, 6A. Jump City.
Tickets go on sale for the Mizzou? I don't know. That that one that you got your finger on there, Jesse. Oh boy, you're a Goddard Lion alum.
Goddard. Been to Goddard a couple times for some youth basketball tournaments.
Yeah, we had a Goddard that was from Roswell. Goddard Rockets.
Yeah.
My first ex-wife went to Goddard. No, how many classes do they have in Kansas?
6.
6?
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, 6A.
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 Might bring a crew with you there, Jesse. I don't blame you. Horns down, as always.
The brand has finally returned. Fuck your brand.
Speaking of the brand, did you happen to catch the Arch Manning interview with Marty?
Dude, I sent it to you.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's right.
Hell yeah, I did. I already told
So
you.
tell me what you think. Come on.
I think they found their next guy.
Yeah,
They found their next media punk.
Ugh. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they did it. So he had his Red Bull commercial, huh? It was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how you can have I get it, it's ESPN bet, it's their odds, they set their odds or whatever, but he can't have the best odds to win the Heisman.
I don't see that either. I don't know how you would even go there. Like, yeah. And to me, I don't think it's fair to Arch to do that shit to him, to be quite honest with you. Not that I give a shit. But your first year as a starter and you're supposed to you're the odds-on favorite. Now, what if he doesn't win the damn thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
did you feel like his I don't know if I think he's very sincere though. I don't know. He damn sure was coached how to answer every question.
Yeah, he said
the right things. He said the right things.
Yeah, he seems like a down-to-earth kid. You know, I mean, you consider like a kid coming from, the Manning family, he'd probably be a little cocky. Maybe he is, or maybe I just don't know, but he doesn't seem that way. Seems like a good level-headed kid. But yeah, I don't know. That kind of just made me laugh. Like,
yeah.
So I'm telling you, it's one of my bitches and gripes about ESPN that I don't like, man. They got a narrative. They find a guy and they spin that narrative and blitz the media and Twitter.
Everybody's on it though. It's not even just ESPN though. It's everybody is chasing after. They all want a piece of Arch Manning. That's why he was the number one recruit in the country.
Yeah, yeah.
When he wasn't the number one recruit in the country, come on, man. He wasn't better than a lot of those guys, and hadn't shown better than a lot of those guys. A lot of those guys.
Yeah.
What's up, Coach? Happy Monday to you, sir.
Best players from Kansas? Do you mean like
Son was throwing dimes over the weekend? I heard he's got a kid he's coming up, right?
He was at the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah. Threw on the chase.
He looks like he might be pretty good too, huh? How old is he now?
He looked like he's about middle school.
Okay,
middle school. Right. Jimmy, let me ask you: are you talking about like all time best players from Kansas, like born and raised, or like what do you mean? Like right now in the 2025 class, 26 class, like what are we talking about here? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know that too much history.
Emilio does.
On best player from Kansas. I'm like I said, I was born and raised in Nebraska. I moved here in 2013, so I'm not like the Kansas aficionado. The Golden Arches. Oh, hey, what was my reaction?
Works.
We got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My buns have no seeds.
Yeah. Stevie G. I was pretty shocked.
He was better in high school. He may not be better now. He was better in high school. Yeah. I'll stick to that one.
I was pretty shocked at the Luka trade. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What I think it's the biggest whack ass bullshit job I've ever seen from an NBA team. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were fed. The only thing I can come up with is that they're fed up with Luka Doncic for some reason.
I think that's the biggest bitch.
They didn't want to pay him the Supermax deal.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't think it helps the Lakers, though. I got to tell you.
Mm-mm.
I don't
No.
think it helps the Lakers.
No, they got worse. Like I don't understand. Like the Lakers were actually playing pretty good ball. Like I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not. But I was watching them and kind of, I got to watch something now than football. So I was, probably very Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We're playing pretty good ball, man. That young Christie kid was a big part of the defense and the team, and they lost him. And I just don't think they're going to be defending anybody now. Like they don't have any. I don't know.
Not like they were before, but yeah, I agree.
I don't understand it. I seen something on Twitter where somebody said that's the first trade in NBA history where both sides were mad at the trade and didn't like it.
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking.
That's craziness, man. I don't know. I feel
if you're Mark Cuban, you're probably gagging over it. Like, what the?
He sold a lot of his stake in the team.
Yeah, he doesn't own it. He's not in charge.
Yeah.
He's not in charge of it anymore.
Yeah. Craziness, man. I don't know. I don't understand why they wouldn't shop him and get the most for him. Right?
Doesn't help the Lakers today. What do you think they're winning anything with this as presently? Now, I would agree with the second part, getting a 25-year-old franchise player. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get rid of it. I think you figure it the fuck out. He's 25.
Yeah.
They went to the finals last year.
Yeah. 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 Say, hey, Neilio, I'm going to disagree with you. Who do you think the best player in 2025 is? I think it's the Derby tight end, Deshaun Bram. I've watched that kid a couple times, and he's dominated. That dude is gifted, man. And I'm not saying Lincoln Cure is not it, but Deshaun, he was killing 6A, man. He was, and every year I watched him, dude, he just got better. But I think Cure is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I think Bram's a little bit better. And that
what's up, D?
Bremer down at Great Bend's going to be good too. There's a kid in Manhattan right now. JJ Dunnigan, who committed to Kansas, he's going to be really good. Two-way kid, he's going to be really good.
What's up, D? Hey, man, good to see you in here. Seatbelt Mafia, I love it. Shout out to the Seatbelt. Shout out to Seatbelt family too. Love that kid. Love those kids. I tell you what, I really still hope that they go after his younger brother. Ooh.
What's that?
Seatbelt's younger brother, the hit stick, Zabo. That dude is freaking a dog. Straight up dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to stay on them Vickers kids. For sure. Let's see.
Las Vegas Mavs coming soon. That's funny.
I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody's going.
Yeah.
Somebody's going. Vegas is it's a pro town now. They're about to build that damn baseball stadium right where the Tropicana used to be.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
It's a wacky looking, it looks like something out of the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Wild.
I like that Top Golf right there in Vegas, man. That's a cool, it's like hitting balls toward the Vegas Strip. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, you're kind of right behind the MGM there.
Yeah.
I went there a couple of times when I was living out there.
Yeah,
not bad. It's a pretty good Top Golf place.
Yeah. It's probably we did one. So when we went to Stanford, we did a Top Golf day, and you're in the shadows of the 49er stadium. You like hitting balls, and 49er stadium's off in the distance right there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, in Santa Clara, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I did the one in Albuquerque one time. When I was coming back from Cali. Did the one in Kansas City too. That's about the only ones I've ever been to.
I've only been to the one in Vegas, and then I went to one in. I don't think it was Top Golf though. I think it was 4Golf or something like that. They have that one in Lubbock. I've been there a bunch of times, but I went to one other one though. Maybe it was in Dallas. I don't know. I hear that it's not really. They're not doing that well though financially, from what I understand. Yeah,
I feel like they got really good food, dude. Like every time I go there, I think the food
wasn't
really
bad.
good.
Wasn't bad.
Maybe I'm just fat, but it is what it is.
They need to make the fences a little longer or taller because it's kind of easy to hit them out.
Shut the dude. I never even. Are you me talking about like if you shank one off to the right or one to the left?
Dude, bro, you suck at golf then.
Dude, you ain't. Come on, stop it. I need.
I'm just telling you.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I can easily swing it and pop it out of that one in Vegas. What the hell are we talking about?
I don't remember how deep it was, but I feel like you're full of it.
Let's play golf then,
dude.
Let's get the game going. Big
okay, boy. It's not a problem.
Okay, it is a problem. It will be a problem. I promise.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, but it will be.
Stop it. Yeah, that's funny.
Top Golf is pretty pricey though. It is. Oh yeah, dude. If you need to have a group of people to go. You don't.
Yeah, sure.
If you go, it's just like you and one other person. Yeah, it's gonna get expensive because you can't. Yeah. Hell, it takes an hour to get through a game, pretty much.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
$65 an hour.
Yeah, I think it's a cool concept, man. I need to get. I never really. It's just been like me, my wife, and my kids. So it's never really like where you really like play the games. Like it just turns into a point where see if your kids can hit it straight and how far they can get it.
I'm still competitive, Kimberly K. Still competitive. Might be the only thing I could beat Big Mike at.
Listen, man.
Maybe some hoop though. I might be able to get your ass in hoop too.
No, stop it.
You gotta stop it, dude. You're not quick enough to hang with me,
dude. People have been saying that my whole life, dude, and I just keep giving them that work.
You keep giving them that work. Yeah. All right, man. Well,
just keep giving them that.
I'll bust your ass on the golf course. I promise you that.
I love basketball, bro. Let me tell you something.
I love basketball too.
It just so happened I was a 6'4" white guy that played in the paint, so I wasn't really doing much. So, but don't get me wrong, man. I used to have some hops back in the day. And when I got out of college, man, we used to go to the gym over there and play in those rec leagues at state.
Yeah, there's some good games in there.
Yeah, I was surprised they let us go in there and hoop, but the coach was cool with it, so we did it.
It's a good way to. Yeah, it's a good way to. Some good games in the rec league, no doubt. There were some good games in the military too, man. There were some good.
Yeah.
I played on when I first got to McGuire. Shit, dude, we had I think we got second in that World Games that they have.
Yeah.
Hell, I never played that. The dude that was playing in front of me at point guard, the guy was unbelievable. He ended up going to he was semi-pro. He would have never been in the military. He just couldn't. He didn't. Prop 48 kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he didn't have time for all that shit. That guy could go for 50 whenever the fuck he wanted, any time he wanted to. The guy was unbelievable. Yeah. And that wasn't the point guard. He was like a small forward. But then the point guard, dude, he was just as good. He was going to go to Villanova and got hurt. He got hurt right before he went, and so they took the scholarship back and were wanting him to walk back on the next year. Mm-hmm. He never did. He went to the military also. He was a bad dude too. Looked like Darren Williams, man. That guy could play. Yeah. And that was those were the two better players. They had 4 or 5 other guys that could go and just do whatever they wanted. It was a dunk fest. Yeah. I hardly ever got off the bench. I didn't care. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to tell we used to play a lot of sports in the Army. So yeah,
oh, dude, there was some good. We would play those. up and down the eastern seaboard, you would go and play every other Marines, Army, a lot of Army. And I mean, I don't remember them ever losing a game, ever.
That's I grew up, bro. I grew up on Offutt, right outside of Offutt Air Force Base up in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
We used to go in there,
there's a lot of
jump
basketball
off at that gym and hoop all day.
Mm-hmm. Bro, they come from everywhere. There's ballers that come from everywhere in the military, man. You just never know. They lost to some team out of I don't remember, one of the Army bases over in like Germany, I think maybe. They lost in that World Military Games thing or whatever on a half-court shot that year that I left there. They lost it on a half-court shot at the buzzer. And then freaking whooped. Coach said, I'll hoop on both of you. Probably, Coach.
Hey, Neelio Custer Hill ain't there no more. They stopped it. They turned it into some outdoor adventure rec park or whatever. So when I first got to Fort Riley, I lived probably 2 minutes from the pro shop right there. And I would get off work, man, and run over there and play a quick 9 or whatever and do all that stuff. My wife thought I was at work. Just go play quick 9 and come to the crib. But yeah, I used to play that golf all the time, man. It's fun.
It's fun, man. It was the cool thing about we could play golf for so cheap. At McGuire, there's Fort Dix is right next to it. Yeah. So they had 2 golf courses. I think it was like $5 to play.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we used to do that at Offutt too, is drop us off and we'd play this Warrior 9. They had a 9-hole course right there. Mm-hmm. And we'd play 27 holes, man. We'd play 18, go eat some lunch, and
win a little bit, maybe. Yeah.
Play again. But I wasn't a golfer back then. I was just out there hanging with my friends. Those were the golfers. My friends were golfers. That's why I was just learning, hacking, and just out there having fun.
Yeah,
but
that's how I learned though. And when I would go at my dad's house, my real dad's in Lovington, they had a country club membership, and we would go out there. Like I'd get dropped off 7:38 in the morning. You'd go out there and play golf, played 9, go swim and eat, go play 9 more, go swim and eat, go play 9 more. We'd be out there all damn day till it was dark.
Yeah.
But you get good at golf like that quick. You know what I mean? You learn if you're learning it from good people, which they were all good golfers over there.
Yeah, I live nearly. I live 5 minutes from Rolling Meadows. Yeah, it's right down the street from me. Yeah, I like Rolling Meadows. It's a nice course, not too bad.
Well, here we go with the Red River shit.
They've been going at it.
I know. I haven't even. I just left it alone today.
20 minutes. They've been going at it.
They do it all the time. It's getting to be constant. Benji just comes in here for the smoke every fucking time. Pounding that chest over a fucking couple of times in it. Whoopty fucking shit. All right, man. Well, I gotta get though. Got some shit I gotta get done today. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, tell everybody you got. Hey, look at there. It hit the screen just at the right time. Mike on Mondays.
Yeah.
3:30 Central Time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen Mike in here, so I didn't making sure.
He was up in there.
Was he?
No. I was mistaken that little advertisement on the bottom. Oh
yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was me. I put that in there. Check out the pod merch stores. You guys can see there, hofmedia.us/pod-merch. Jump in there and check all that kind of stuff out. If you haven't hit the like button, I haven't been keeping up with it, but you guys better be hitting the damn like button. Come on now.
Yeah. Hate like it too.
500 views. We got 35 likes. Man, you guys are killing me.
Come on, Ben G. Hate like that shit.
Hate like it. Yeah, he does. He's like him. I got to give him that one. He might come in for the smoke, but we put it out the fire. Yeah, he does. I know. You guys are always willing to provide it. I'll give you that. I love it. That's why I let first time ever I played golf, my first coaching job. I had a par 3 hole-in-one that day. You had a par 3 hole-in-one on your first time playing, Coach?
God, what are you drunk already, Coach? Like, what are we talking about? You out here sipping on.
I got my third one about 3 years ago. But
I've never had one.
The first two, I was in the military. And I got them within like 3 months of each other. And I'd scared a bunch since then, but I skipped one in from about 160 about 3 years ago.
Never had a hole in one. Had a couple Eagles, but never a hole in one.
Never had an Albie. I've had a hole out, a couple of hole out Eagles. Actually, right before I got that hole in one, I had holed out for an Eagle on a par 5, but because I'd hit my driver into a bush. It was in a mesquite bush, but it was on the edge. And I was just like, I didn't want to take a drop. I was like, if I can just punch it to the fairway, all I wanted to do was get to the 100-yard marker. And I hit that's probably the best shot I've hit was out of that damn bush. It was awesome. I was about 90 yards out and just punched it in there with the sand wedge. Blook. I was like, damn.
The closest hole in one I ever had was at New Mexico State at the university course. They had that par 3.
Dude, that's a tough golf course right there, by the way.
Yeah, they had that par 3 that was up by university. That was by the on the backside of the driving range. It's kind of elevated.
Yep.
I scolded one. It hit right up in the front of the green and kind of bounced up.
Yeah.
And was probably about 3 inches from the hole. But other than that, I never really come close.
I had a couple that bounced in, that hit in the cup and came out, like tore the shit out of the cup. But it, if it hits in the plastic part, it popped it out. Tore the shit out of the hole one time. It happens. Yeah. It's rare. They're rare. But some people I know that have had a shit ton of them. But
my buddy's got like 5.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Twitter the other day that was saying he's had like 10. He was like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's pretty wild, man.
Yep, it's wild. He's a golfer though, man. He plays a lot of golf, so
yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
it's happening. Sure. You got to hit it at the hole to get there. Got to hit it at the hole. All right, guys, make sure you get over there and check them out on Mike and Mike on Monday on the Sooner Legends podcast as well. Look for us tomorrow night. The coach and I will be on, I think, as long as the boy doesn't have practice tomorrow night. We'll see. But I'll be on either way. I'm sure the coach will be there. He missed it last week, so I'm sure he'll be there. He'll be here. Hot damn. That will be at 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central, right here. And then I'll be back on Tuesday morning. Look out for on the Gridiron Insight. We got a really cool couple of videos coming up. Me and Marcus are working on some stuff. Be some cool stuff on there. More feature kind of stuff as well. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you hit that damn like button on your way out. We'll see you all on the next one. Maybe.